Hey everybody, Questwise here, and I just wanted to do a quick um, sort of first impressions video of this game. I just got this in the mail today, which is odd because it's Sunday, but you know, Amazon knows no bounds, I guess. This is Eyes Beyond the Torchlight. It's the newest game from Workhorse RPG Studios. And you may have seen my review of the Old Swords Reign, which is by the same company, which is sort of a 5th edition conglomeration of old school gaming mixed with 5th edition rules. This is something new and unique. This is it's sort of a amalgamation of everything that the designer loves about role-playing games. I see influences in here of D&D, classic D&D, modern D&D. I see influences in here from a lot of different fantasy games, and it has a very, I mean, as you can tell from the thing, not really super maybe grimdark, but definitely that kind of vein to this. There's also some very familiar things in this book. I haven't had a chance to read the entire thing, but through my skimming and kind of short reading, I've come away with a very positive experience with this book so far, and I'm really looking forward to diving into this even more. Looking forward to exploring it at a tabletop with some people. But I'm also, one of the first things that really appealed to me, something that really kind of stood out to me in this book, is that it uses what's called the Target 12 system, which means that you're always going to be, whenever you're rolling dice, your target number is always going to be 12. And there are different ways that the game sort of modifies that, you know, in an easy task or a hard task, or how your attributes fit into that whole thing. But your target number is always 12. And I found that really interesting, because at first I was like, okay, a lot of other games you become very used to having target numbers that change based upon difficulty. But the more I've read about this, it seems rather perfect. And what's really interesting about that is that all the roles are player facing, which means that the game master does not roll at all, if very often. There might be a few reasons why he might want to roll for something, or they might want to roll for something. But the players do most of the sort of rolling for this thing, and they're always rolling towards that target number of 12, or if they're trying to reach a target number of the monster difficulty, which feeds into that role as well too. And I'll go into more detail on how that all works in the further video. But what was interesting to me about this Target 12 thing and all the roles being sort of player facing, that the players take on the majority of the roles that happen in this game, while the game master is able to take their time to involve themselves in the story, is that this would work really, really well for solo role playing. If all the roles are player facing and the target number is 12, and you have these different sort of modifiers to the roll, whether it be a negative die or a positive die, or an easy test or a hard test, that modifies your roll, not the target number so much, this would make it great for solo role-playing experience. Not that that's like a prevalent thing in this book. It's not like there's something that's spelled out about using it for solo, but I found that to me, really sparked my imagination as to how this might be able to be used in a solo situation, in addition to its, you know, sort of tabletop group play. The book is beautiful. It's all black and white. The only thing I guess I would have wanted more of is in the character or the creature section. I kind of wish there was more creature art, but there's some really great stuff in here. I understand there's a lot of creatures, a lot of monsters packed into this section, and it just doesn't provide a lot of space for artwork unless you wanted a book that was, you know, 3 times as big. But there's some amazing black and white artwork in here that's just beautifully done. It really evokes the feel of you know, the kind of style that the game wants to portray. And I'm very excited about this. And I'll talk more about this, how the game plays as a group game, as a tabletop, you know, interactive thing. But I'm also going to talk a little bit about how you might be able to use this as a solo version as well too. So yeah, I just got this today. Like I said, weird that it came in on Sunday. But I'm going to dive into this more, and this might be the first part of many videos based upon Eyes Beyond the Torchlight. Until next time, I'm Questwise. Stay safe and game on, my friends.